Soon, a woman whose daughter had an unclean spirit heard about him. She came and fell at his feet. The woman was a Greek, a Syrophoenician by birth, and she begged him to drive the demon out of her daughter. He said to her, "Let the children be fed first, for it is not right to take the food of the children and throw it to the dogs." She replied and said to him, "Lord, even the dogs under the table eat the children's scraps." Then he said to her, "For saying this, you may go. The demon has gone out of your daughter." When the woman went home, she found the child lying in bed and the demon gone. The Gospel of the Lord. Our Gospel reading today from Mark is a very important reading for a couple of reasons, but oftentimes people hear this or read this text and they think its importance lies in the exorcism that Jesus performs at a distance. That's an essential element of the story, but that's not what's really important. What's really important are the characters here. Jesus is in the district of Tyre, and most readers don't know what that means. Well, in the history of Israel, the area around Tyre and Sidon was considered to be a place where there were a lot of Gentiles, and historically it had been a part of the greatest kingdom of Israel, but through subsequent history, it no longer really was filled exclusively with Jewish people. So Jesus, as a Galilean, is in the district of Tyre, and he goes, for whatever reason, presumably to proclaim the kingdom, but he doesn't want people to know about it. He's not interested in attracting a bunch of people who are not Jews who would have heard about him as a healer or an exorcist. Okay, so that's why he doesn't want, he's surrounded by people who would have heard through the gossip chain, which was the ancient internet, that this guy can heal and he can perform exorcisms, and Jesus is not interested in attracting people like that. Okay? What he's interested in is proclaiming the kingdom to the house of Israel, to Jews. So while he is there, a woman whose daughter had an unclean spirit heard about him. She comes and falls at his feet, which is an act of devotion. And by the way, remember what a disciple is. Literally, a disciple is one who gathers at the feet of Jesus. So this is not a Jew, as Mark describes it. She's a Greek, meaning that she speaks Greek. She doesn't speak Aramaic. And she's a Syrophoenician by birth, and again, she's not Jewish. So Mark is telling us 5 ways to Sunday. This ain't a Jew, okay? That's what he's trying to get across. And she begs Jesus to drive the demon out of her daughter. She's not Jewish, but she trusts that Jesus has power over evil. And let's face it, Jesus was a human being raised in a human environment with all the bias and prejudice that entails. His response, "Let the children be fed first. I'm here for the Jews." That's what he's saying. And don't give me that, Jesus is a nice guy who wants to help everybody nonsense, because that's your baggage. That's not what the gospel says. Not only does he say, "I'm here for the Jews," but what's his opinion about Syrophoenicians who speak Greek? They're dogs. They're dogs. Now, lots of people, again, with piety up the wazoo, want to discount this and minimize what Jesus said. No. He is somebody from Galilee and Nazareth who absorbed all the bias and prejudice of a 1,000-year history. And amazingly, this woman is sharper than he is. Lord, she's acknowledging Jesus is Lord. Even the dogs, me, eat the children's scraps. There's enough to go around, Jesus. Then he said to her, for saying this, you won the argument, lady. You may go. The demon has gone out of your daughter. You win. Yes, God's love is greater and more powerful than our prejudice and bias. Think about that when you pray for the people of Turkey and Syria, children of God. 17,000 of them are dead. They need our help. Are they dogs? Or do we share with them? Let us pray.